I'm Brian Stevenson. I'm Collections and Program Manager at the Santa Barbara Mission Archive Library. We're right now in the Treasures Room at the Mission Museum here at Mission Santa Barbara. I want to share with you one of our most exceptional pieces of Chumash artwork that we have. I'm standing next to the original altar and tabernacle that were in the first church in 1789. This is a beautiful piece of kind of cross-cultural artwork because we're seeing European Christian tools being kind of imagined and redesigned by Chumash artists. This is a tabernacle, and the tabernacle was where the priests store the bread and the wine for communion. And then the tabernacle sits on the altar here. What you've got three mirrors here, and the point of the mirrors is to reflect back candlelight, so it makes this whole sort of area seem really beautiful and well lit, and creates a kind of a golden aura surrounding it. But you also have these diamonds here, 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 and here, and throughout you can see these little elements, and those elements are abalone shell. Abalone is a kind of a critter that lives on the ocean floor here and off the coast of Santa Barbara, and it's a huge part of traditional Chumash art. You can see it all over the place. We'll see more in the church. But the iridescence of the abalone shell serves the same purpose as the mirror here, to kind of reflect that art and make it dazzling to the eye. So you're seeing kind of European and native Chumash representations to get the same effect here in the tabernacle. The shape here at the top is thought to look like what's called a bishop's mitre. And the bishop's mitre is a kind of a hat that a bishop wears. So it kind of evokes the imagery of someone who's in charge of the church. Up there at the very top, you can see the beautiful golden gloria. Again, that gold color is meant to amplify and reflect the candlelight and make the whole area at the front of the church just look beautiful and serene. The cross here that you see in the center, art historians think is meant to look like Florentine crosses from the 13th century. So again, we're seeing images that the friars sort of shared with Chumash artists. The Chumash artists took those very icons and then reimagined them in their own sort of style. We're going to see more of that when we go into the church in just a second. So here we are inside the church of Mission Santa Barbara. And as we've been talking about, the church and the design here at the Mission is this really beautiful blending of European Franciscan elements with traditional Chumash art styles. You can see on the wall behind me, we have these really beautiful yellows and blues and reds. These are colors that the Chumash were using because they were the natural pigments that they found in the hills above Santa Barbara that were coming from minerals and plants and all sorts of things. So those are coming here into the Mission and are being used on the design here. Above me you can see this sort of mottled, warbled design up here. That's a representation of the dull side of an abalone shell. As we talked about earlier, abalone is really important to the Chumash. I have an abalone shell right here in my hand, and when I hold it up to the design, you can see it blends right in because they're using those very elements from the natural world to paint and color the inside of the church. We saw the iridescence of the abalone on the altar, but now you can see what it looks like here in the dimness of the sanctuary. You can see how it picks up all of the light and reflects it, and you can just imagine the front of the church having this beautiful candlelight reflecting that iridescence. So again, the Mission Church is this beautiful coming together of two cultures. You have the traditional native Chumash art styles, taking the elements that the Franciscan friars brought with them and creating something new and uniquely Californian.